And welcome, welcome, welcome to the 8th episode of Going Live for Migraine Relief. Yay! I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be doing this community and having all the people who chime in, and I get to support this wonderful, beautiful community of people who have migraines and those who support people who have migraines. So thank you for being here, whether you are somebody who has migraines yourself or you are somebody who supports a loved one who's suffering from migraines. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. And I'm super grateful for this community. So please chime in, say hello if you're here. Everybody say hi and tell me something about yourself. And thank you again for your being involved in this wonderful little community. Today we have a very special topic. We're going to talk about uh, getting support from our circle of people, whether they be friends, coworkers, neighbors, family, loved ones, friends. We're just going to talk about getting support from our circle when we're suffering from migraines. Right? So that's our topic. It's an important one. And I'll just share a little bit about my story. So I had migraines forever, and they were very occasional, and then eventually they became daily. And I had, fortunately, a very wonderful family and loved ones around me, and was supported emotionally and supported, um, meant, with a lot of love. But then I did move away from my family because I thought that might help my body get better. So I moved to sea level, and I was far from all of my family. And during that time is when I had the worst migraines ever. So I know what it's like to not have your loved ones maybe available for support, but I can tell you it's one of the most important things is that we find the support, whether it's Facebook groups or medical community. It could be other people who have migraines. There's so many different ways we can find support, and that's what we're going to talk about today. All right. So once again, for those of you who just joined in, I just want to say a shout out to, first of all, my family, because they have been an amazing support and still are an amazing support to me in so many ways, and supporting what I'm doing in this community. They're supporting that I am helping the migraine community to get well. So I appreciate the people who are supporting me, my family, all my friends. And I want to give a shout out to you for being here, whether you are someone who supports people with migraines or you have migraines yourself. Thank you for being here and joining this little community. Okay, I said that again because I said it kind of early and maybe not everyone was here yet. Right, so I'm not a doctor. I'm just I'm a health coach, and I'm here as a health coach, not as a medical professional, but as somebody who can tell you what I did to get well and what others are doing to get well. So let's jump right in. We're going to first talk about what kind of support we need when we have migraines, okay? So if you are already on the call and you can think of things that I'm not thinking of, or you just have something where this is an important, valuable thing that people with migraines need, then put it in there. Let's talk. Let's have a little chat about this because I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts and suggestions on what we need when we have migraines. Okay. So the one of the things we need is we need a lot of understanding and acceptance because most of the people who are supporting us have not been through a migraine. So they don't even realize what we're going through, right? They don't know what it's like to be completely shut down and dysfunctional because of the immense amount of pain in your head. And your body is actually just low on these resources. So the brain stops working and it's really hard to function at all. And you need people around you who understand that and can support you through that. Yeah, so that's one thing. And then you need help maybe getting food and water or tea or vomit bowl or whatever, you're just going through all this crap and you can't get up very well without feeling worse. So you need someone around that kind of can help support your physical needs, maybe help with children. If you have children, that makes it 10 times worse because how can you care for them when you can't even care for yourself, right? You just need people to help you with that. Getting grounded. So, I talk a lot about the benefits of being grounded because when we're in a migraine, we go into fight or flight and we're not grounded in our bodies. And because of the pain level and the intensity of that pain level, it can be nearly impossible for us to get out of fight or flight and get grounded without the support of someone who loves us. So a loved one can help you get grounded by holding you, by rubbing your feet, um, by helping bring in some grounding food for you to eat and enjoy. And it is so a loved one can be very helpful in just getting grounded. And then that they can help you alleviate symptoms maybe by, rubbing your back, rubbing your temples and jaws, and just rubbing your shoulders. And a loved one can help you in those ways too. All right. So if you can think of any ways that are in addition to that, how can a loved one support you when you have migraines? Or if you're supporting someone with migraines, what do you do to support them when they have migraines? Just go ahead and add that to the chat and let's see if we can come up with any more ideas beyond those ideas. All right. Because giving you downtime to rest and renew is really helpful. And I really appreciate my family for all the support they have given me when I had migraines. My daughter would come into my bedroom and rub my feet. Yeah, she really would. And rub my back. Yeah, I mean, those things help so much. They help bring you into your body and help get you grounded. Yeah, so that's why we need those loved ones around us. Okay, so if once you have that support, it's also important to know how to ask and express your needs. All right. So please chime in if you can think of some challenges there. And I just want to give a shout out to the people who are here. Hello, Sherry and Gina and Teen. It's so great to have you on the call. Thank you so much for your support. And I appreciate that we have this community and that we can support each other. So thanks for being here so much. And please chime in, put some more comments in there if you can think of some things like challenges on what we need when we have migraines or how to ask for help when you have migraines. So Sherry was going to say foot rubs, which is such a great thing. Kind of brings the energy down, from your head, brings it down to your feet, helps you relax, helps you get grounded. I'll tell you a quick story while we're waiting for more comments so that I'm not the only one talking here. I mean, I'm going to be the only one talking, but I'm the only one making comments. I had this really bad migraine experience where I was up in the mountains, a very, no cell coverage at all and going to bed, camping up in the mountains, no cell coverage. And I had the worst migraine attack, probably the worst one I ever had, and was crying uncontrollably, which is not a good idea when you have migraines. I try never to cry when I have migraines because it just makes things worse. But I was screaming and crying uncontrollably, wasn't able to get warm, and wasn't able to communicate and just really in a pretty bad space and shaking, really, really, really shaking. And my man, I asked him, I said, please just rub my feet, warm up my feet and rub my feet. And he did. And it brought me back down and it helped. It took a couple minutes, but I ended up stopping crying and screaming and shaking and got myself a little more under control. So having somebody there, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have anybody there. So having that support can be the most important thing that you need when you have a migraine. Okay, so here's some tips on how to get support from the people that you need. Now, even if let's say you don't have migraines and you're somebody who's here because you support someone with migraines and you don't have them yourself, it's important for all of us to remember to ask for help when we need it. Okay, so many of us with migraines are like, we're go, 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 go. I'm so capable. I'm just going to take on the world full on, full force, and I got this. And then when we need help, we feel reluctant to ask people for help. And that's not what we need. We're put on this earth as a community, as a society of humans, right? We're not here in isolation. We're not here to be alone. And we're not meant to be alone. We're meant to give each other love and support and to ask for it when we need it. It's this beautiful exchange of energy back and forth, back and forth. So you have to be willing to ask and recognize when support will be really helpful for you. So step number one is to just be honest with the people around you. I mean, it's so common for when we have migraines to just hide that, right? And we just pretend we're okay, like if you're at work and you don't want your boss to know you have another migraine and you just kind of power through it. No, that's not good for you. Your brain is saying, I need resources, and you're ignoring that and just powering through and burning up more resources on the computer. And so what we can do is be honest and say, hey, all right, right now I'm not feeling very well. Tell your boss, your coworkers, somebody in your family, I'm not feeling well right now. I need some support. I maybe need someone to give me a hand rub or a shoulder rub, or I may need to lie down for a few minutes. I may need to really super hydrate and take some deep breaths and be honest. So that's number one, is be honest. And oh, thank you, Gina. She says that I always give great support. Well, I know what kind of support people need in migraines especially. And so I'm happy. That's why I love giving this support. It makes me very happy. So that's number one, be honest. And thank you for your comments, you guys. Also, we need to honor ourselves. Okay. Remember that you're the most important person to yourself, and you need to be. And self-care is the number one way to get rid of migraines, is self-care. It's number one way to feel healthy. And so we forget that. Women, we often just taking care of everybody else and making sure everyone else's needs are met. And we do ourselves last, absolutely dead last. And we don't, we shouldn't be last ever. Okay. We need to put ourselves first and put self-care first. So we need to honor ourselves and not feel guilty if we need help. Okay. Who's guilty of that? Give me a thumbs up or a heart um, if you feel like you feel guilty for asking. Sorry, I got all messed up there. But if you feel guilty for asking for help, just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, because so many of us do. We don't want to bother anybody else. And then so we can get quiet and just go within. And you guys can do this right now. You can just put your hands on your heart, get quiet, and ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need for myself? What do I need from my partner? What do I need from my family? What do I need from my friends? And then be willing to ask for what you need. It's, it's that simple. It sounds way too simple. And it can be hard to ask for what we need. But we need to be brave and tell our family, our friends, and our loved ones, hey, I need support. Because honestly, it's what we're here for, is to support each other. And when people give to us and we receive, it feels good to everybody. Giving and receiving is one of the most beautiful things we can do on this planet. All right, next. Anybody have any other suggestions on how to express or what's tough about asking for help? Any other things? And thank you, Anne, for chiming in. Hi, welcome, Anne. And you are welcome for all the help and support. I am so grateful to be in this community and have all of you here and give love and support. That's the greatest thing I've gotten to do in my life, is have my children and my family and then be in this community. So if you guys don't have any other ideas and I have to come up with all of the ideas, then we'll go on to determining who are our best supporters. All right. So you got to think about this. Who in your life loves and cares about you, and they're willing to support you when you need it. Who in your life is there and will be there when you need them? And maybe you need a little list, here's my go-to team, my A team. When I'm when I'm in down state, or I need groceries, or I need something, these are my go-to people. Okay? Have that where and you feel that community. Like, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I've got this group of people who care. And if you have, maybe you've moved to a new city and you don't have a lot of loved ones around you, then reach out to this community and the Facebook groups, and there's always community around you, and reach out because we all need each other. Okay. Okay. So then you might even put on your list, what can you ask each person for? So let's say you have a list of a friend and you can ask them to go get groceries, or if you're too sick to go out, or bring you a meal, or if you need a foot rub because you have a migraine, who is the person you can call for a foot rub? And just maybe put that list together so that when you're not feeling good and your brain's not working, you can go to your go-to list and you can go, oh, here's my community. Here's who can support me through this pain and this struggle. Okay, so, oh, wow. So I love these comments, and I have to scroll down to see them because they don't automatically just pop up. But Teen said that I've always been there for her, which I don't want to cry, but I know how important it is to be there for each other. And Gina said family's always there for her, which is beautiful. Sherry said her fiance, her mom, her sisters, her friends, you guys. And her teen's husband is her biggest supporter. Doesn't that just warm your heart when we know that there are people in this world who we can call when we need them? You know, that's beautiful. And we all need to remember that we're not alone. Uh-oh, you guys got me going. You guys got me going. All right, so now think about outside of your small circle. Think about coworkers, church groups, neighbors, and friends. So let's say you're in an emergency and you have the biggest migraine ever, and your spouse isn't there, or your spouse had to go and run to get you something important. Who else is going to be right there with you? Can you call on a neighbor? Can you call on someone from your church? Okay. Who is in your community that you can trust and just call on a moment's notice? Keep that on your list. And then we have a support group called the No More Migraines Facebook group. And there are other local groups where we give you the emotional support and the compassion that you need in order to heal and know that there are answers. There are other people here who made it through this difficult trial of migraines, and we're here to support each other. So there's also those groups. All right, so thank you for being here, Lynette and Narda. Great people. They're in this amazing community. Sherry has a comment. She said, my neighbor is so sweet. She helps me a lot. I'm so thankful for her. Yeah, yeah, a good neighbor who becomes a good friend can be a lifesaver. So now I want you guys to comment with the top 3 things that you could use for support and help. Now, this can be even if you don't have migraines, or even if you're supporting someone with migraines, or even if you're one of the people who've already gotten better from migraines. You can still comment on what kind of things do all of us need. As I think we have all women here. So as women, what are some of the things we need on a regular basis that friends and loved ones and family can help provide for us? Okay, so I'd love to hear from you guys. So I don't have to do all the work. I just love your comments. They're just so special. And then while you're making the comments, I'm going to give you guys some calls to action. Okay. So there's, there's, um, there's the family and support around you that helps you. And then there's help beyond that. And that's where I come in. I can be for you an advocate for your health. That's my job as a health coach. I'm an advocate for your well-being. So, what I do is I give you daily ideas on how to care for yourself, improve your self-care, improve your health, and um, take care of your whole system, your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical self, so that you can be in a well state and feel amazing. So I'm additional support, and I have online for you YouTube channels and Facebook groups and website and online courses. And I wrote a couple books to help you with this. And I have all this support for you. And I'm starting, just this, you guys are the first ones to hear this. I'm starting a new platform where you can join in, and we're just one community within one platform. Everything I have will be right there for you. Every piece of material I have, every opportunity I have for you, all my videos, they'll all be in one place where you can find them, and that will be up and running within 30 days. And I'll be able to really get into this community and be in touch with all of you guys on a regular basis. So, and you'll have me to support you along with all the other people in your wonderful world. You'll have me all the time. And so I will help you learn how to prevent future migraine attacks and stop them in their tracks when they first start, and then stop having them altogether. So join me so that we can do that together. All right, I got to see the comments. Yay. Okay, so uh, here's some of the things that Teen said that she needs help with. So these are things that will help her. So meditation, hydration, and music. Good one. Those are all very, very helpful. And Gina said meditation, water, and exercise. Those are really good. And so you can maybe, both of you guys can ask people around you to support you in doing your meditation, your exercise, listening to your music, get support from other people so that you can do the things that are good self-care for yourself, like that. Narda mentioned her higher power. Yep. And her girlfriends. Those are good supporters for sure. Love it. I have those. Fortunately, I'm fortunate to have those too. And Sherry said exercise, rest, and fun. You guys are on it. Okay. So these are really helpful things that are good for self-care and will support you. But ask the people around you. Get connected where you know that if you need something, boom, you can ask for it right then and there. You have someone that you trust that loves you, friend or a friend or partner or anybody. And hey, it's okay to ask. It's okay for someone else to make the dinner for you or to go get something at the store for you. You don't have to do it all yourself all the time. Okay. So be willing to take care of yourself and let other people help with that too. All right, so that is my main thing for today. Please add any other comments that you have. And I'm going to do this again next week for Facebook Live. I'm trying to think what next week I'm talking about. Um, Next week, I can't remember, but it's a good one. I remember that. I was excited about it. So join me again next week at this time, and we're gonna continue learning from each other and reminding ourselves to be good to ourselves, reminding ourselves about self-care and supporting each other, just like we're doing here today. And then we'll have a platform eventually where we can all just be in one beautiful community together all the time. All right. Thank you and love you all so much. Thanks for the beautiful comments. You're welcome, and I love you too. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.